It's Carissa here, and I'm just making this short video today simply because I had the idea and I wanted to, which is basically how I do everything in my life and business. So today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 3 marketing strategies that I believe are the most responsible for actually taking my chain of hair and beauty salons from a home business into a chain of 3 stores that I didn't work in. So that's me down the bottom at Carissa Hill Coach. Let's get started. I'm excited to share this with you because I think it could really help. So hey, I am Carissa. I am recording this video today because I want to help more entrepreneurs to just understand the power of simple marketing strategies, or to just kind of reframe the way that you look at selling and marketing a little bit, because so many people tend to overcomplicate things, and that's what's actually holding them back. So my background story is that when I was 21, I'm now in my early 30s, I started a spray tanning business in the garage of a rental house that I was living in or renting in Sunnybank in Brisbane, Australia. And by the time I was 25, so in 4 years' time, I had 3 stores and 9 staff. There was 3 staff working in each store, and I didn't work in the business at all myself. So I worked either from home or wherever else I wanted to, like cafes or traveling, just doing the social media marketing while my team ran the stores. And I've been living that kind of lifestyle as a business owner for about 10 years now, nearly 10 years. Or more than 10 years, I'm not sure, I'm 34, I can't count very well. And while during this time, I did actually run many different ads, boosted posts, and promotions on Facebook and Instagram. Of course, I was always coming up with new things to post and share to grow my audience and to sell things. But it was actually 3 simple strategies that helped my business to grow and keep growing. And that's what I'm going to share with you right now. So for the last 5 years, I've actually been working as a coach and mentor and helping other salon owners and other small creative business owners in a few other industries to bring in lots of new clients with Facebook, and to set up their businesses to run without them too. So these are just a few little examples, some results that people have gotten from my trainings. Candice made over $2,000 from a $60 Facebook ad spend down the bottom left there. Hayley Williams was an awesome one. She was working her ass off, not getting very much in return, and then changed around the things she was doing, employed 3 new staff, and was about to start another location. And Lauren doubled her clientele within 2 weeks. She had a relatively new hair salon, and she managed to double her clients very, very fast. And Emily actually also spent $60 on an ad, but made $4,500 in bookings. So that's just showing you some real life examples of what's actually possible with Facebook ads and boosted posts and things when you do get it right. So I'm going to share with you a couple of things that worked for me. So I'm going to keep this video really quick and to the point for you, because I know that you're busy. I know that you have other things to do, so it's not going to be like an hour-long crazy webinar or anything like that. But I also know that these few things could really help you. So let's get started. So my 3 main strategies were, number 1, the new client discount voucher. And I mostly used this for spray tans. In my particular salons, we specialized in tanning, hair extensions, and lash extensions, all of the fake beauty stuff. We did do other things like nails and waxing and massage and certain things at different points of the business life, but mostly those 3 were our bread and butter services, and that's what we were known for. The second was the totally free color match and consultation for hair extensions, and the third was my create, systemize, delegate, repeat strategy, which isn't really marketing, but it's a part of the business growth strategy. So of course there were a bazillion other things that I did as well as those 3 things. Some of my other favorite things were encouraging people to text us or send us an SMS instead of call the business, because my clients liked that better and I liked it better, and I knew a lot of my clients were trying to make a booking either like late at night or while they were at work, so it was just convenient, so we got a lot of bookings that way. I also had a strategy where I offered 3 different options for each service that we sold, because I knew that people liked a little bit of choice but not too much choice, and by doing that most people would choose the middle one, so that was a bit of a strategic marketing sales strategy. I also used to follow, and I still do this, I follow my clients on Instagram and I add them as friends on Facebook to build loyal relationships, and the list goes on forever, but I'm going to talk about the 3 main ones right now for you. So the first one, the new client voucher. So this was like my bread and butter. And a lot of people still kind of dismiss this because they don't think about it the right way. They don't think about it in terms of long-term growth. They think about it in terms of short-term loss by offering a discount. So they, there's some people that reject it, and that's fine. Maybe it's not right for them, or maybe they just need to change their way of thinking and think a bit longer ahead. Anyway, so this is my bread and butter. It got so many new clients in the door every single week for about 8 years in a row, right? So I kept running this offer nonstop for 8 years. And that's what I'm really wanting to try and kind of get across to you in this video. Same with the next one that I'm going to share. If you've got something that works, don't ever stop it. It's silly. You as the business owner, the entrepreneur, the marketer, you're going to get bored of your own stuff before all of your potential clients that are out there have ever even seen it. And I do this all the time. I get new ideas, I get bored, and I change things up, and that's all well and good. But I know not to fuck with the bread and butter, the basics, the stuff that's actually bringing the clients in. Like, don't change that. So anyway. This particular strategy as well, I've been teaching for many, many years because it's helped countless numbers, like actually thousands of my own clients over the last 5 years to grow their salon. Some even went from, relatively small to doing multi 6 figures, or some even took their businesses to over 7 figures in some cases. Some names that you may know in the hair and beauty industry, I don't know if you do or not, but Prue Tonkinson and Caitlin Menzel are 2 amazing examples of people that did that. With the voucher post, and taken their businesses to multiple locations. Some people get too busy with it, they have to turn it off because they can't fit people in. So do not underestimate the power of this strategy. And the reason why it works, though, this is important to understand, the reason why this strategy works is because that people are skeptical these days. They're really hesitant to try new businesses. They're resistant. They're just not going to trust you without first of all going to you and experiencing your business. So, and I've always just known this, I've always just tried to see things see my business and my services from my customer's point of view rather than my point of view. And rather than trying to sell things to people, I try and meet them where they're at and make an easy to follow path or easy to follow journey for them to try me, right? So by offering them an easy way to try my business for the first time, or try your business for the first time, it breaks down their walls, it breaks down their barriers, it allows them to relax a little bit because they don't feel like they're going to waste anything or risk anything. It meets them where they're at, and it gets a whole lot more people, new people in your door than if you didn't offer it. So with this particular offer, I had it featured on my website, in my brochures, on flyers and business cards. I actually used to get business cards printed as physical vouchers and take them with me everywhere that I went. So every time I met someone, or I went out clubbing, or I went to a music festival, which I used to do a lot of in my 20s, I would just hand them out to people all the time. I would list it on free classified sites. I'd feature it all over my social media accounts, and anyone who was looking for a spray tan in my area or searching on Google, literally found that offer. It was kind of impossible not to find it. So I kind of just wanted to dominate in my industry and have a really great offer that, stood out and that worked. So it's really, really great. And I actually have a template and a sales script and things that I've created that I do give to my clients for that now. So the next one, so that's the first one, the discount voucher. The next one is the totally free consultation. All right, so I used this strategy to promote hair extensions every time I did a post or ran an ad promoting them. So you could do it with any other service that's over $100 really. It's not something that you probably do for a lower cost, cheaper service like a tan, or even like lashes or something like that. I more did this for the higher price packages or services. So you could do it with skin, you could do it with tattooing, you could do it with IPL. A lot of my clients do it with those kind of higher priced, higher package services. The ones that people are still have a little bit, they don't understand it fully yet, or they have a lot of questions, or they just, not fully comfortable with just buying it straight away without knowing anything about it or knowing you first, right? So let me explain. So what I did was, whenever I was showing off my work, showing off before and after pictures, or promoting certain offers to do with hair extensions, I never actually asked people to book now, or message to inquire, or click here to book online. Like, that was never what I was actually trying to get people to do with my promotions and with my marketing, with my ads. Because, reason being, I know that not everybody is ready to buy right away, and that most people who saw my ads and posts didn't know me or trust me yet. And I put that in caps because it's super important. So because I knew that people that hadn't had extensions before, or even if they had had extensions before at other places and didn't have a good experience, they usually have a million questions, or same thing, they're skeptical, they're hesitant, they don't just want to go and spend hundreds of dollars straight away with someone they don't know anything about yet, or they haven't met, or they don't know if you're going to be any good. Like, they're skeptical, right? So I knew that people often wanted to see the hair, to feel the hair, to know how it was going to feel, to know how to look after it, to know what was involved, to know how it works, and to figure out if they liked me and my business and my brand or not before they actually handed over their money. So what I used to do was end every ad or post that was a promotional one with something like, text me now to arrange a totally free color consultation, or message us now, or comment below and we'll send you the details to book in a totally free color matching consultation. So there was never any pressure to buy anything, and because of that, it worked really well, because I was taking the pressure away from them. I made it so easy for them to find out as much information as they wanted, and because of that, probably about 90% of people who actually did book in a free consult paid a deposit and became an amazing long-term repeat client. Because I made them feel like there was no pressure on them, and I wasn't trying to get anything from them at all. I was just trying to make it easy for them to get what they wanted. And even if they didn't want to buy right away, a lot of them would come back later when they were ready, especially when implementing my when I would follow up with people and see how they were and things like that, which is another important sales strategy. Next is the create, systemize, delegate, repeat. So create, systemize, delegate, repeat. This is my personal strategy that I made it up years ago. And it works because I know that my business can't keep growing if I try to do everything myself. And it's the same for you. There's no way that I could have grown as quickly as I did if I had have tried to keep doing all of the marketing and serving all the clients. In fact, it would have created a limit for myself that I could actually never go bigger than a certain level. I would have been capped, and I would have felt totally burnt out. I would have been stressed, and I would have been unable to take a break. Now, I understand that there's business owners out there that just want to stay small and they just want to have their own business with them doing all the work, and that's totally fine. I'm not going to tell you that you should or you shouldn't and that you're wrong, but I also know that there's a lot of people out there that are more like myself, who want to live a more adventurous life and want a lot more freedom and want a lot more money and don't want to have any limits. Right? So if you are that kind of person, you really do need to understand that it's going to be impossible for you to live a limitless, freedom-filled life, both financially and time freedom, if you're the one that's trying to do everything yourself. So what I used to do, and what I still do, is once I decide on a new promotion or offer or thing that I want to sell, I start marketing it and I try a bunch of ideas. Not all of my ideas work still, even though I really thoroughly understand marketing and advertising. It's impossible that every single one of your ideas is going to work all the time. And I have a lot of ideas. So I test a bunch of ideas until I find the one that works the best and that my audience likes the most, and that I get the most inquiries from, or the most bookings or sales or clients from. Then once I get one that's working, so I might spend even like a month sometimes testing all my ideas, and when I find the one that works the best, then I amp it up and I keep it running for as long as it keeps working. In some cases, it's years. Like, I had one ad running for 3 years the voucher one obviously was working for 8 years, but one just recently that was working for 3 years straight, it only just started dying this year, so I know I'm like, oh crap, got to come up with something else. But if something's working, don't stop it. Then the process, where was I up to with my notes? This is where I make notes. Then the process I use to make the sale, serve the client, upsell the client, rebook the client, follow up with the client, and even then things like order stock for the client, like tanning solution or hair for their extensions, how to take their payments, take deposits, etc. All of those things that went into actually, getting and keeping and serving the client, that would become systemized and easy to follow dot point instructions, even documented with photos, videos, whatever. And then I would hire and train people to follow my systems so that the entire business became a duplicatable model that technically probably could have been franchised, but I didn't want to do that at the time. I wanted to have my own stores. So that's how I was able to open one shop, another shop, just by following the systems. So then what I would do with my time when I wasn't working in the business and the team members were doing all of the work was I would just create the new marketing, come up with the ideas of what to sell, and literally just hang out on social media all day. And that's what I've been doing with my life for ever, last 10 years of my life, like a decade of my life. I literally just sit around on social media and chat to people and post things all day, and that's how I keep my business growing. And I would, of course, make sure my team is happy and that the clients are happy and that the work is being done. Like team management is a whole nother topic that we are not going to go into in this video, but I have got other videos on it. But yeah, that's my whole top 3 secrets that I just felt like sharing with you today in this video. Hopefully that gave you some new ideas or even just a slightly different perspective on how to think about growing a business. That was my whole intention for creating this today. If you are interested in knowing and seeing like the specifics of how to implement these strategies, or if you'd like to get access to my templates, Facebook training, sales scripts, etc., I will put a link with this video that you're welcome to go and have a look at my current program. And if you pop in your details there, I can just send you an email with all of the info. Once again, no obligations at all though, but if you're interested, you may as well just ask and I'll send it through. And if you want more hot tips, I make a lot of them. I love making videos. I love helping people. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Carissa Hill Coach. That's also the username for my Facebook page and my YouTube channel. And I also have a Facebook group called Coffee with Carissa, where I post lots of tips and thoughts and rants and questions and all sorts of fun stuff in there. So yeah, if you liked this video, come into the group and let me know, or comment on Instagram, and I will hopefully see you online.